Welcome to 2024, everyone. As the fireworks and the champagne of the New Year celebrations fade away, many people are left wondering what's coming in 2024, especially with the broader economy facing headwinds and slowing down. There's a lot of talk about an impending recession on the news, and yes, of course, it is an election year. So I feel like 2024 is going to be a year of change. And of course, how does that affect Northwest Arkansas and our economy and our local housing market? Well, that's what we're going to be covering in this January 2024 monthly market update. Now, as you can see here, our inventory is now around 5 months of supply, which is a slight seller's market, verging on being more neutral than what we've seen during most of the last year. And in this next chart, you can see the number of active and pending homes kind of dropping off here toward the end of the year, down to 3,056 homes in the market during the month of December. Now, this is the normal, year-end drop. We see this almost every year, like right here and here and here. However, this is more than the seasonal dips that we've seen for the last 3 years. As you can see, they were well below that 3,000 homes in the market mark in 2022, 2021 and 2020 in those winters coming into those new years. So we are starting to hold more properties available in our market. Now, our number of closed transactions went down to 647 sales here in December. That's a very similar number to the last several years of December numbers, right around in that number of closing. So overall, inventory is slightly up and closings are going a little bit lower, which is kind of to be expected this time of year. As for how long properties are staying in the market, December's average days came down to 68 days on the market, and the median days came down to 49 days on the market. So, with a 30 to 45 day closing period for most transactions, that lets us know that at least 50% of homes are still finding a contract within the first few weeks of being listed in the market. Now, as for average home sale prices in December, we were up here at around $430,000 last month, and we slipped a little bit down to $415,000. But I think this is the highest December on record. And that is going to come in at about 3.6% higher than what we saw last December right here, right at $400,000. So that is actually a very normal and healthy price growth year over year. And, closing out the year at that level, that means we've spent 11 of the last 13 months above or right at that $400,000 average price point. And in 2022, there were only 3 months that were above that level, and they were right here. So, we've developed and maintained a higher level of property value here in Northwest Arkansas during 2023. Now, also, our median price hit 4 months in a row right at $350,000. To be exact, it's $349,817. Now, as I've been saying the last several monthly market updates, I'm expecting this average pricing level to continue at or above this $400,000 level as we move through 2024. We're probably going to have modest price growth throughout this next year, especially if we maintain a great jobs economy here in Northwest Arkansas. And as interest rates adjust lower, we may even see home prices move higher at a faster rate than what we saw in 2023. So more on those rate adjustments in just a minute. But let's look at the average prices per square foot around the area. And so in Benton County, we were $202 a square foot, right at $200 a square foot in Washington County. Of course, in the cities a little higher than that, $222 in Bentonville, $212 in Fayetteville. course, the big story of 2023 was these mortgage rates just continuing to rise all the way up to this October peak at 7.8%. Almost getting to 8%, and upon the news that the Federal Reserve was pausing the rate hikes, the bond and the mortgage markets reacted, and we started to see this drop in these rates, and so we're now currently all the way back down to about 6.6, and it's pretty obvious this upward trajectory has been broken at this point, and most analysts are expecting further rate declines as we move through 2024, with several Federal Reserve cuts scheduled throughout the year. However, those higher rates in 2023 really created a lock-in effect for much of the year, where current homeowners just didn't see the benefit to selling their home and giving up their low mortgage payments. Even if they really needed to make a move for family reasons or for professional reasons. And so those higher rates also kept many potential buyers on the sidelines this year. And so it was just created a dampening effect on the true pent-up demand for homes in our area. And, a lot of professionals in the industry, we kind of feel like this year was kind of like working in a gridlocked market. So it's going to be really interesting to see how long this pent-up demand can actually stay stagnant. And many people, I talk to people week in and week out, and they're just itching to make a move happen, but they're just waiting for better conditions. So as we roll into 2024, at least here at the LoneRock team, we're already starting to see an uptick of activity and clients reaching out to put their plans in place for this next year. So here's what all this means to you. Our Northwest Arkansas real estate market, it's really gearing up for 2024, and many buyers and sellers are getting ready to shake things up. And so we have more homes available on the market than we've had in previous years at this time. And that's an opening for savvy shoppers. So, I'm seeing more price reductions being possible. Not always happening, but sometimes we're able to negotiate for a little bit better pricing on these homes. And there's just a little bit more negotiating room with these sellers. That being said, our average prices are still holding strong. So, remember, if mortgage interest rates do continue to fall, more buyers will be coming into the market and competing for the homes that are available. So prices are going to jump even higher from current levels as mortgage rates come down. So locking in a good price right now might be a smart bet. And then, if you can refinance into a lower rate in the coming year, you'll actually have the best of both worlds. And, I point this out quite often, but some of our lender partners even have the option to do a free refinance anytime within the next 2 years if rates do fall substantially. And of course, I gotta bring it up again. We put together a program to find hidden inventory, off-market homes for our clients without all the hassle and the competition from other buyers. And this has been, and it'll continue to be, our number one strategy to get you and your family out of your current home and into your dream home. Let's see what we can find together. Okay, so with that being said, I hope you have a great January. We'll catch up with you on the next monthly market update.